Hello friends, we are going to create chart in this exercise. The most common types of the charts are column chart, line chart, bar chart, pie chart. So we will create chart from this small database which is about the sales and produce of orchard products like apple, banana, pears, orange, grapes, kiwi fruit. The produce for the January, February, March and April is given in this database. The most important part of creation of chart is selection of the data. These are column headers in the data and these are row headers in this database. While selecting the data for creating a chart, we must include column header and if row header is there, also row header. So we will start selection from this place up to this place, which includes all the column headers and row headers. After this, we will go to insert, and here is the chart group which contains all the types of the charts you want to create. Now let's focus on column chart. Click the drop down list. This includes the 2D types of the column chart, 3D types of the column chart, cylinder type of the column charts, cone type of the column chart and pyramid type of the column charts. Let's go for the basic type of the column chart, that is 2D column chart, and if you place your pointer on the first column chart, it says it is clustered column chart. The type of the column chart is clustered column chart. So let's click on this option. We are going to create the first chart, which is clustered column chart of 2D type. So click it. Now here is the chart ready on the worksheet itself. So these are the items for which this chart has been prepared, and this is called legend. For January, this blue color bar is there, column is there, and for February, this red color, brick red color column is there. So these colors indicate for which month these data are there. Now when your chart is ready, you will find a chart tools menu appears automatically on your screen. If you click outside this chart, then you will find this chart tools menu disappears. But when you click it again on the chart, you will find the chart tools has reappeared on your screen. So this option, chart tools option, will be on the screen when your chart is selected or active. Now it has 3 tabs: design, layout and format. Obviously they have got different types of options. Suppose you want to give a chart title to this chart, then you have got an option here called chart title in the layout tab of chart tools. So let's click chart title. Where you want to place it? So above the chart and centered overlay. There are 2 options. By default this none is selected. So let's select centered overlay. So here is the chart title. Place for the chart title has appeared. Now whatever chart title you want to add here, you can add. You select and start writing like sales and produce of the orchard. This became the chart title, and we have added a chart title here. Now, if you want to add data on these columns, then what to do? Here is the option for that. Data labels. Where you want to place the data? Inside ind, inside base, outside ind, center. So let's click center. So at the center of the database of the columns, these data are appearing. Let's change it. Data labels. Let's take the inside ind option. So this is inside ind, data labels, inside base option. So this is inside base, not properly visible in this case. Now outside ind, let's take this option. So I think this is the best option, where the data is appearing at the top of the column. So list overlapping is there in this case, and distinctly value of the data is clearly visible. So this is how you work in charts. In the case of design, here you have got different colors for different chart styles. Suppose you don't want this colored option, you want to take single color option, then you can select this chart style, and accordingly the legend will also change and the color of the chart columns will also change. So other chart options, style options are also there, so you can look at this. Also, different chart layouts are there for different ways of showing the column chart. So you can try one after another in this case. By selecting them, you will find your layout of this chart is changing. Now, there is yet another important setting which you must know. Suppose you want these apples, bananas, pears, oranges, grapes and kiwi fruits to appear in this legend, and these months should appear on this axis. Then there is a simple option for this. You just click switch rows and columns, and this will be interchanged. You can see here January, February, March and April are appearing on the axis, and these fruit items have come in the legend. Now the next thing that we will learn here is how to convert it into a sheet. For that, just right click on this right click anywhere on the white area. Right click on this chart and go to the move chart option. And here you will find you have got two options. One is selected for you and the other is ready for you, new sheet. So select the new sheet option here and click OK. So the new sheet name will be chart 1. If you want to change this name, you can change this name, sales and produce of orchard. This is the name I have given and I am clicking OK. Now look at this. A sheet named sales and produce of orchard has been created, and in this sheet only chart is there. So visibility will be much more better in this case. If your data or the chart is not properly visible on the sheet, you can go for this option. What is the way? Right click in the white area and go to move chart and opt for this new sheet option. Whatever name you want to give to this chart, you can type here and click OK. Next, let's go to the data once again. I am clicking in exercise 1 to get our data back. Here, now if you want to create another type of the chart, let's select the data once again and go to insert, go to column, and this time go to this option, a stacked column chart. In this case, the columns, individual columns will be stacked one on the other. Like these two columns will be stacked one on the other. So that is why it is called a stacked column chart. Let's click this option. So here is the stacked column chart. All the 4 pillars or the columns are stacked in one. So the first data of January, February, March and April we are getting in one column, and this is for April. In the last chart, you must remember you had got 4 different columns for 4 months. So this is your stacked column chart. In this option, instead of getting 4 different columns, you are getting a single column. Rest of the things are similar. Chart tools has appeared similarly at its place, and the options are like that only. Also, you can right click and move this chart to a different place. I am not changing the name this time. I am clicking OK. So again I am going to exercise 1, and here selecting this data, going to insert column, and this is 100% stacked column chart, where the difference is that all the columns will be of equal length because they are represented in percentage. So taking the percentage value, all the columns will sum up to be 100%. That is why all the columns are of equal length. So percentage contribution of each column is taken here. So percentage contribution for January, percentage contribution for February, percentage contribution for the March and April. Similarly, for other columns also, for banana, pears, oranges, grapes, kiwi fruit, the 4 months percentage contribution is taken into account. So that is the difference in between a stacked column chart and 100% stacked column chart. I hope it is pretty clear, and you can move this chart also like this. Go to this exercise and let's create pie chart this time, which is an important option. But in the case of pie chart, you cannot click pie for all the items. You will have to select one only for creating the pie chart. Like if I want, I can create the pie chart for the production of apples in the orchard. So let's click the header, select the header row and select the data for apple only. We will go to insert, we will go to pie chart, and there are different types of the pie charts given here. We are selecting a 2D pie chart option, this one, and here the pie chart is ready. This pie chart is for apple and the data is for January, February, March and April. So here there is no data you can go to layout and say here I want data levels to appear in the center. So your data levels are appearing here. Now if you want to get the percentage contribution, then that option is also available here. You just right click here on one of the pie on the pie chart and go to data, format data levels. Here this dialog box will appear and you can see different boxes are there, check boxes are there, and where the data should appear, that is also given, label position. So we want the percentage value to appear here and we are unchecking value option. Show leader lines option has got certain importance. I will show you it later. Label position, we are telling best fit option. So you can change here. The best fit option has taken place and it has left the center position and we have got the best fit position. Okay. So we are closing this dialog box now, and this way we are getting the percentage contribution of each pie. So that's how we create 2D pie chart, and we can move this pie chart by clicking in the white area and moving it as a new sheet. If you want to increase the font size of these labels, then click on this and go to home and increase the font size by clicking it. If you want to increase the font size of these data labels, legend labels, then click on the legend and increase the font size. Here also the same thing. So this way you can fine tune your chart. Again we are going back to the exercise. This time if you want to create chart for, say suppose, oranges, then how to select the data? Select this header, press Ctrl key, remember press Ctrl key and select oranges. Now go to insert, pie chart. This time we are taking 3D pie chart. So click here and your pie chart is ready. Similarly, if you want to, you can also select from the layout section. Look here, percentage symbol is visible. So you can, if you click this option, your legends are at the top and percentage value have appeared on the pie chart. You can change its position. Click OK button. If you want to increase the font size of all these labels, increase it this way. If you want to increase the font size here, do it this way. You have fine-tuned this chart. This is okay. Now let's go to exercise 1 once again. Similarly, you can do these exercises given. The process of creating the chart is the same. You can create line chart, bar chart, pie chart. Okay. So I hope you will be able to do these exercises. Thank you very much. Happy learning.